Hey Taurus, excuse me. Hello Taurus, Happy New Year to you. Welcome to your reading. It's the 6th of January 2026. Going to do a love tarot reading for you. See what you guys have got going on in the world of love, connections, relationships and all that kind of jazz. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's a collective reading, so the messages pulled won't be for all of you. Please use your discernment, and if the message fits your current situation or energy, your intuition will let you know. So, what do we have going on for Taurus in love? Taurus in love. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. King of Cups in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of Cups in the upright. Not sure why I had to count the cups there, but I did. Maybe 8 is a significant number or month or something significant in the number 8 for you. So, a change. Quite a drastic change. A turning point. Something that's up in the air, or just a sudden change in something. King of Cups in reverse, not feeling, or you're not, or they're not, could be the other person's energy, somewhat emotionally unstable, imbalanced, possibly emotionally detached from someone or something here. The Lovers in reverse, again, disconnection, separation, a choice between lovers or a choice in a relationship, some sort of disharmony and separation, detachment. The 8 of Cups, walking away from something, or thinking of walking away, or at the point of walking away, perhaps from a relationship or a connection. Pretty strong energy coming out already for you, Taurus. So let's see what this could be about. What are these cards about? What's the energy in love for Taurus? Let's look at the Lovers. Why is the Lovers here for Taurus? Why is it in reverse? What does Taurus need to know about the Lovers? The Knight of Cups in reverse. So, yeah, a strong energy of separation. I don't know what it is with me today. I cannot talk properly, so I apologise for that. I just did an Aries reading and I was the same. My words are coming out all mumbo jumbo, so perhaps I'm tired. I'm not sure, but I do apologise. So again, a strong energy of separation or withholding or emotional detachment and separation. 4 of Cups just flipped out in reverse. Dealing with some disappointment and trying to come through it, trying to resolve it. Maybe trying to bring something back around. King of Cups in reverse for Taurus in love. Why is the King of Cups here and why is he in reverse for Taurus? Why is the King of Cups here and in reverse for Taurus in love? The Magician in reverse. So, some self-doubt here about creating something or changing something or bringing something into existence, or having the power, the strength, or the self-doubt that whether this can be brought back around again. Also possibly wondering if there's some sort of manipulation or game playing going on here. Is someone pulling away from you? Are they using it as a... I don't know. I'm not going to go too deep on that one just yet. So, Wheel of Fortune for Taurus. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for Taurus in love? Queen of Pentacles in the upright. So, this could be you, Taurus. Trying to remain kind of grounded and stable and balanced in this. Trying to look after yourself or look after the well-being of others during this separation, or trying to stay dependent on yourself and possibly not letting your feelings and emotions get carried away with you whilst this situation is happening. Trying to stay balanced, trying to stay grounded, calm, not letting it affect you too much, perhaps, or trying not to let it affect you too much. Yeah, try not to let it, this sudden change, try not to let it knock you in too much in one way or the other. Four of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups here for Taurus in love? Eight of Swords. Feeling trapped in your mind, maybe overthinking things, maybe feeling a bit negative about it all, wondering why this is happening to me, or they're kind of, maybe the other person is feeling a bit trapped in their thoughts and their mind. Knight of Cups in reverse. Why is it here for Taurus? A Magician in reverse again. So a heavy energy here of pretty negative energy, really. A lot of doubt here. And again, this energy of trickery or possible trickery, deception, manipulation. Not trusting of something or someone or what's gone on. Maybe a real doubt as to whether this can be worked out or reconciled or resolved in some way. The Magician. Why is he here twice in reverse for Taurus? What is the important message that Taurus needs to know about the Magician in his reverse energy? The Knight of Swords. So someone here is, or you've had some sort of communication or a sudden communication that's changed things, that's brought about a separation. Someone is determined, perhaps, or they're being assertive, they're making a change, putting their foot down about something, or they've made their mind up about something and they're not going to be swayed to change their mind. Or perhaps someone here has a determination and a determination to turn this around. But I'm getting here that someone has made a decision, possibly quite a sudden decision, but they're standing strong in this decision. Queen of Pentacles. Why is she here for Taurus? Knight of Wands in reverse. So they could make, okay, so someone's possibly made an impulsive sudden decision, or they're acting somewhat recklessly, or you are, or they are, however it fits. Or there has generally been some sort of impulsive or risky, reckless behaviour. Or there's a lack of progression within a situation. or losing the passion or the courage or the want to try and resolve this. That doubt energy again. Wondering if it's worth trying to resolve whatever this situation is. Tell me more about the second Magician card. Why is the Magician here twice for Taurus in love? The Hierophant. Okay, possibly seeking some sort of spiritual guidance on this matter. Could also possibly be to do with marriage, a possible separation in marriage or a sudden separation. The Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords here for Taurus? There's that Four of Cups again in reverse. So, trying to come to you or them are trying to come to some sort of emotional resolve here. Trying to perhaps process the feelings or coming to the situation with acceptance and accepting what is and being grateful for perhaps the times you had or the lessons you've learned or what the positive aspect of all this has been. Perhaps it's been a long-term connection, and perhaps there is a the Four of Cups in reverse can also talk about new opportunities in love. So perhaps accepting that one chapter is ending in order for a new chapter to begin. Or perhaps that is the energy of still trying to want to turn this around, reconcile this, resolve this back to a better place. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Why is it here for Taurus? There you go, the Fool. That's new beginnings, freedom, optimism, looking ahead, starting out on a new journey, on a new chapter. Or it could also, with regards to this energy and situation, it could be remaining optimistic that there could be a new beginning here. I'm getting a heavy energy of reconciliation, or there's a want for reconciliation here somewhere. But it could also, for whoever it could just simply be a separation, a breakup, and then looking forward towards the future to new beginnings and new opportunities in love. The Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Taurus in love? Queen of Swords. Trying to find clarity in the mind. Trying to find some sort of insight, perhaps, in the process of going through this. The whys and the hows and the whens, and or trying to find the truth of the matter. What's happening? Why has this happened? What's the truth? What's the, what went wrong? What went right? Cutting through nonsense and getting to the truth of the matter rationally, without too many feelings being involved. But I'm also getting here that someone is quite emotionally detached from the situation. They're just being quite logical and not getting involved in talking about feelings and things like that. They've made a decision and this is what it is. So what's the Fool for Taurus in love, please? What's the Fool for Taurus in love? Could also be some risks. There's been some risky or impulsive behaviour here. Oh, sorry, I just had a load of cards drop out. Tell me about the Fool for Taurus in love. Tell me about the Fool for Taurus in love. Three of Swords, yeah. So, heartbreak, pain, loss, a separation, grief, grieving a loss, grieving a heartbreak, grieving a separation. Pain and hurt and upset. Four of Cups in reverse. Why is it here for Taurus twice? Why is the Four of Cups here twice for Taurus in love? Nine of Swords in reverse. Recovery. Hope. Hope for perhaps light at the end of the tunnel, or recovering from some sort of betrayal, or coming out of some sort of negative thinking. Taking time out to just sit with your thoughts and the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here for Taurus in love? Seven of Wands in reverse. Feeling defeated. Feeling deflated. Feeling a little bit just empty with all this. Perhaps this has been an ongoing issue that's been happening for a while. Queen of Swords. Why is she here for Taurus in love? Oh, the Two of Cups. Okay. I'm getting here that I'm not getting a complete closed chapter yet. I'm getting a sudden change, a sudden kind of decision may have been made. But I'm getting that it's very much still in the throes of being up in the air, kind of something's been decided or something's been said that's caused this sudden separation. But I am getting that it's not completely, there's still hope kind of thing. Or someone has made a decision. I'm also getting for someone that someone's made a decision to go towards someone else here. And someone is, and it's caused the separation within an existing relationship, because someone wants to go towards a different relationship, and obviously that's caused some heartbreak and some pain, as it would, or not, but you know, a lot of the time it hurts when that kind of thing happens. So tell me about that Two of Cups for Taurus in love. What does Taurus need to know about the Two of Cups? Six of Cups. Yeah, there's that feeling nostalgic card, that looking back on the times that once were, and you know, all the good times when it was like this, and when we were like this, and when we first began. And I'm getting this heavy want for reconciliation, either on your part or their part. Possibly a lot of history here. You know, remembering when we first met and remembering how it was in the beginning and all that kind of stuff. Trying to see if there's anything you can salvage here. Seven of Wands in reverse. Why is it here for Taurus in love? The Fool in reverse. Yeah, there's that up in the air energy again. Going forward, going backwards, taking a step forward, coming back. Shall we move forward? Shall we come back? There's that. This is the up in the air kind of, or not wanting to make any foolish, reckless decisions. Not wanting to take any risks. Very much up in the air, the energy I'm getting. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Why is it here for Taurus in love? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So that's kind of a stuck, stagnant energy. Not getting results from something that's been invested in. No growth from something that's been invested in. Perhaps someone's saying that I'm not seeing any growth within this connection, within this relationship, within this marriage. Looking for things to change, for things to grow, progress, but it's kind of not happening, and I'm still waiting, but nothing's changing. Three of Swords. Why is it here for Taurus? Ten of Swords. Ooh. So there's a heavy energy of loss and pain and grief and betrayal, and someone feels betrayed, or you both feel betrayed perhaps, and you feel both feeling the pain here of all this that's kind of going on. Very heavy energy. I'm definitely seeing a long-term relationship here that's kind of on the rocks, or a marriage. What I'm going to do for you, Taurus, I'm just going to put these, I'm going to leave them obviously as they've come out in the position they are, but I just want to move the cards this way because I want to spread them out a little bit and just see if I can just look at a couple of those cards there and clarify a bit further for you. So they'll stay in the Wheel of Fortune will stay at the top, Queen of Pentacles and the Fool, and it'll all stay how exactly they've come out, but they'll just be that way. So just give me a moment. Right, so I'm getting here as well, someone's very cold, detached, and very kind of thinking in the negative, only remembering the negative thoughts, or complaining, or kind of forgetting the good times that was had in this connection, or all the good memories that you had. Someone's trying to be understood, or someone's being misunderstood. Someone's possibly some heated kind of, not heated, but tense kind of conversations going on here. Tell me about the Lovers. What does Taurus need to know about the Lovers in reverse? What's the message for the Lovers in reverse for Taurus? Four of Swords. Contemplating. Yeah, talks are on the table here, I think. Just taking a moment to iron all this out and talk about this, or try to talk about this. Trying to see things from each other's perspective, and just taking time out from any sort of chaos or heat or just conflict, perhaps. Thinking. Taking time out just to think about everything. Someone's heavily in their minds here about things. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Tell me about the Two of Cups for the situation that Taurus is dealing with in love for the moment. Five of Cups. Acceptance and processing it all, and someone's really, I mean, or both of you, but someone's really upset by this. Someone's really kind of hurt, really feeling the pain of this. I'm getting that someone really sees the end here, and someone's kind of trying to save and salvage what can be saved and salvaged, and you know, but someone's really kind of, nope, this is it, I'm done here. Tell me about the Hierophant. Tell me more about the Hierophant and why the Hierophant's here for Taurus in this love situation. Six of Pentacles. That's a card. I mean, this could be you, Taurus. This is the Six of Pentacles is about balance and equal give and take and being on the same page. Perhaps you're the one that's trying to salvage something here. Trying to bring balance into a situation. Perhaps the other person feels that this hasn't been an equal kind of relationship. Perhaps they feel they've been giving more or doing more or investing more, and perhaps you're kind of trying to bring it to the table, you know, well, how can I try to balance this? How can I try to make it more equal? How can I try to make you happier? Or kind of that kind of thing. How can I bring fairness to this so that we can have a happier outcome? Tell me more about the Knight of Cups in reverse. Why the Knight of Cups is here for Taurus in reverse in love. Six of Swords in reverse. So someone has a resistance to moving on here. Someone's holding on. Someone's holding on here. I think I'm getting the same sort of energy. I think this is what the energy is at the moment for you, Taurus, and kind of this needs to be worked through and before the energy can change. Sort of things won't move on in one direction or the other until the energy here is resolved and cleared and some sort of progress in one way or the other has come about. So I think I'm probably Yeah, I'm just going to, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put them into their suits a minute, just to make sure that there's no final messages here. But I think Spirit's pretty much clarified what needs to be said energy-wise here. So let me just put them into their suits for a final kind of going over, and then we'll finish. One moment, I'm just going to pause and then I'll be back. Yeah, so as I said, there's not a lot, I don't think there's a lot kind of happening action wise at the moment. I think it's very much at the point of talks, thinking, talking, processing things logically, perhaps having lengthy sort of conversations and sit down discussions about it all. Someone's, I'm definitely getting an air of kind of emotional detachment here, shut off. Someone's not putting their feelings out there. They're kind of being very logical about this. Someone's very sort of imbalanced in their feelings and they're kind of keeping them to themselves. Or this could also be that someone's not sure of their feelings here. Yes, this has happened, this has come up, but they're not sure how this is going to go, or neither of you are sure how this is going to go. Yeah, it's I don't think anything's happened quite yet, either in one direction or the other. But I think, you know, it's going to take whatever time it takes for this. These things can't be rushed, especially if it's you know, to do with a long-term kind of relationship or marriage or something like that. It's not something that you take changes lightly with. You know, these things have to be discussed and resolved as best they can before anyone can move on or make good or reconcile or close a chapter, and you know, however it's going to go. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Good luck with it. And yeah, quite a heavy reading, really. So good luck with it. I wish you well, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.